Three of these left in the United States. That particular airplane was built in 1943. It was flown by Colonel R.D. Smith of Fort Worth, Texas, who is in civilian life, when he's not a colonel in the Confederate Air Force, a CPA dealing with numbers and books and papers. And you'll notice the store cruising high overhead, wide open body. Colonel Strange, let me ask you a question while I'm going through the aeronautical quiz here. Do you know what the function of the propeller is on one of these aircraft? Well, of course, it's Texan and the gray AT-6 Texan. Develops about 600 horsepower on takeoff.
Germany is rearming under the leadership of a fanatic dictator named Adolf Hitler. Amidst the carnage and the killing of the Spanish Civil War, Hitler's reborn German Luftwaffe tests its weapons against living human targets in preparation of his planned conquest of Europe and then the world. Obsolete loyalist aircraft flying in Spanish skies are attacked by Hitler's newly developed but yet untested Messerschmitt Me-109s. Hitler kept insisting, we want peace. We want no new territory. The free world ignored the warnings which were being written across the skies as Austria was taken by Germany. High to the right, reading from the pages of history, the Lockheed Electra 10, which you see flying overhead, was owned by the Bata Company of Czechoslovakia. On March 13, 1939, it was used to evacuate high-ranking officials to Poland. When the Nazis occupied Czechoslovakia on March of 1939, the aircraft then flew on to Yugoslavia, then on to Italy. On March 19th, the aircraft continued on to Paris, where it entered the landing pattern with 16 other escaping aircraft ahead of it. An emergency landing was requested, and upon landing, both engines on this airplane quit due to the lack of fuel. On the 23rd of March, the aircraft flew to London and eventually ended up in Canada as a VIP transport. That aircraft is the one you see here today in Canadian markets. On base leg with its landing gear extended, will be making a landing here in front of the crowd. One of World War II's best fighters, the Focke-Wulf 44 trainer, the Fiesler Storch, which Colonel Wick told you about, as an observation and courier aircraft. These and other planes, thousands of them, were trained to work in unison with the ground forces. Very unusual landing gear on this aircraft. You'll see it as it German-built liaison and observer aircraft. The Fiesler Storch preparing to take off. Watch. Watch it take off now. As he applies full power, all three wheels will leave the ground simultaneously. There he's flying already. The Fiesler Storch. 8 months. The British evacuate what remains of their own army. German Air Force as they approach the field from the left to the right. Colonel CAF, position on the runway, right in front of our Chucky B-7 Chucky. Air Force 17 being flown today by Colonel Mike Clark and Colonel J.K. West. An excellent opportunity to take pictures of the tour group as they leave. Continue our scenario of what was happening in Europe. Hitler prepares to invade England in the fall of 1940, and he orders Field Marshal Aaron Goring to neutralize the British air defenses. The Germans lost more than 1,800 aircraft. By mid-September, it was obvious that Goering's Luftwaffe has Chucky, the B-17 still struggling to stay in the air out there. We're gonna run the race from where the horse and the bicycle with the flag. They're going to run south down the runway. There's a flag down there. They're going to make that corner and come back to the starting line, and whoever gets back first is the winner. Are we ready? Go! On the horse. See? Look, go! They're out of the starting line now. The torch is in the air. Fields-on is running hard. And the bicycle is not doing well at all. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Around the corner comes the horseback lady. That's Caesar Short now making his turn. He cheated and got a head start, but it looks like our horse is going to be the winner. There's the flag. Come on, horse! Come on, horse! Come on, horse! It's the horse, the winner! Let's wave those Earl Van Messick and Larry Irvine. Great job, gentlemen. Here comes the bicycle lady. That was the closest race I've ever seen. Marvelous. So the lady on the horseback, she gets an airplane ride and the horse gets a bag of oats. In North Africa, United Kingdom forces suffered defeat after defeat at the hands of General Erwin Rommel, the Desert Fox. The Germans were victorious in every engagement. Finally, with their backs to the Suez Canal, the British finally made their stand. Taxiing in front of the crowd now, Colonel Satterfield in the ME-108. There's a short standing right in front of you now, right in front of the crowd. Notice that landing gear out now. Trying to see you earlier. Made the small field landing. There's a set of keys found in the parking lot. If you can identify them, they'll be at the speaker stand. Let's all wave to Colonel Satterfield coming by in the ME-108. Look how narrow that landing gear is and how short-coupled it is. It's a very, very difficult airplane to fly, particularly with any kind of wind blowing. Attack bombers bore the brunt of the air war against the German ME-109s in the field. No faster than 100 miles an hour. But in many cases, his ability to fly so very slow saved it from being blown out of the sky by the British forces.
I think I'll be a little closer.
torch. Okay, everybody, eyes right as Chucky will be making an approach now. Eyes right. These aircraft, Bob, what are they doing here? They're to get out of that Holy smokes! They're bombing the airfield. This airport's under attack. Those aircraft, they must be crazy. What do they think they're doing?
Stop him! Don't let him land!
Rebel control's got him. It's a wave off. It's a wave off.
Pull it up. Come on, don't land. You only got one wheel. You'll
Tear up the airplane. You'll kill everybody. Pull it up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just a recreation. Kentucky's not in trouble, but it is very typical of what happened during the Pacific confrontation with the Japanese. And when the Japanese attack was over, more than one half of America's entire naval fleet had been destroyed or damaged. 2,403 Americans had died. 1,200 more. 8 battleships had been hit. 2 destroyed. 6 heavily damaged. And our greatest naval base lay in ruins.